Hi everybody, welcome to Bentley House. I am here today to tell you about a new product I am putting in the store. It is called the Dollhouse Workbook. I have been working on this for quite a while. This idea actually came about once I had finished my Addams Family dollhouse. I realized I wish I had taken better notes, that I had taken better record of all the things, all the time, all the money that went into this project. So before I go ahead with any other project, for example, this year I'm working on a Beetlejuice project, before I jump into that, I really wanted to create a way where I could keep records and all my ideas in one place. So once I knew I wanted to create something like this, I thought it would be a perfect item to go into the store. The workbook comes as a PDF download that you can download straight to your computer and print as many times as you want. So if you have 5 projects, you don't need to purchase 5 workbooks. You just purchase one and then you can print it 5 separate times. The workbook contains 25 pages that helps you keep track of your project. Some of those pages include the project overview page, the project story page, the ultimate dream page, the budget think sheet, if you dare, and a general dimensions tracker, multi-room overview page, individual room planning pages, and pages like this where it's an entire page to plan one room, you may have to print multiple times. I'll go over printing in a minute because this is a PDF download. I will actually leave a list of all the individual worksheets that come in the workbook in the listing on my store if you want to browse through them. By making this a PDF file, it makes it really easy for you to print only the sheets that you need. This saves paper and also allows you to really customize this to your own tastes. It will work all the way from a 13-room mansion to a 2-room diorama like my captain's quarters. In the beginning of the workbook, I have a convenient list showing all of the worksheets, what pages they're on, so it's easy for you to pick and choose which pages you want to print for your project. I also have a section with suggested pages. If you're not quite sure where to begin, look at the suggestions and it might give you an idea of what pages to print off when you're first starting, and then you can add pages as you go. At the end of the workbook, there are some divider pages and tabs that you can cut out and construct yourself to keep your workbook organized. But of course, everything is completely customizable. If you don't want a certain worksheet in a certain section, you can move it around, because I do highly suggest you get a binder to hold your workbook together and hole punch everything. This makes it super easy to move your pages around. I even have a section marked as finished lists. So once you finish, say, your to-do list that you've marked out in your workbook, you can move it to the finished list section, so you can keep that as a reminder of everything you've finished, but it's not in your immediate to-do list section. If you have purchased this workbook already, I want to take a second to show you how to easily print your workbook, or how to set it up to send to a printer if you don't have a printer for yourself. When you're ready to print, you need to open your file up into a PDF viewer. Most computers come with one of those, or you can easily find them online. You're going to click on the print icon to bring up the print window. At the very top, you can select which printer you are going to send the Dollhouse Workbook to. After your printer is selected, you can start working on which pages you want your printer to print out. If you would like all of the pages printed, just make sure that the all is selected, but if you want specific pages, click Pages, which will allow you to type in the box next to it. This is where the list that is at the beginning of the workbook that has all the pages and page numbers will really come in handy. You can simply look up which page you want to print, type those page numbers into the box, and then it will tell your printer specifically what you want it to print. You can type out individual pages that are separated by a comma, or you can type out a page range that has a hyphen in between. Once you've typed out all the pages you would like, make sure to press the print button. The only thing you may have to do separately is when you want to print multiples. For example, if you wanted multiple pages of sheet 12, you want to click on Pages, write in sheet 12, and then go up to where it says Copies, and then put however many copies you want. So for example, if I have a 10-room dollhouse, I may want 10 copies of sheet 12 when I first start planning, so I'm going to print those separately. You can also choose print on both sides if you want to save some paper. If you do not have a home personal printer and you want to send this to a printing service, you may want to print your file to PDF. I am choosing the printer. It usually just says like something print to PDF, and you're going to follow the same exact steps where you type out the pages that you would like. This is helpful because you will know for certain your printer is not printing any pages that you do not want. You may also have to make a separate file for multiple pages, or just let them know, hey, I would like multiples of this certain page. It works the same exact way, except you will need to save your file instead of printing it. Choose the folder you want to save your file into, type out the name, and then save it to your computer. Then you can take that file and send it off to the printer when you're ready. Here I'm opening my new file I just created, and as you can see, the first page is no longer the cover of the workbook. Now it contains only the pages that I am choosing for my printing service to print. I am so excited to put this item into my store because I'm a person that just has multiple projects going on at the same time, and I'm so excited to finally have a way to organize all those drawings, all those sketches, all those ideas, those written notes into one place. And I'm hoping by the end of it, I will have a complete record of everything I have put into this project. I'm even using this as a way to go back and record everything that I can remember and I can find information on for my Addams Family house, as I do hope to insure the project. I think this would be a great way to do it. I could just hand all this information over. It has places on the worksheets to add the kits that I used, some of the miniatures that I purchased, miniatures that were gifted to me, and I can just write everything in here and have a record. Even if I don't end up insuring or selling or showing my dollhouses anywhere, this is going to be a great way for future generations, if they keep my projects, to have everything that I was thinking and everything I was working through in my head as I was putting these projects together. If you're interested in this item, my shop link will be in the description box below. I hope you all have an amazing week. Bye.